What's up, boys and girls? Today we're going to be talking about how to remove and later clean the carburetors on an 87 Honda Shadow VT1100C. Now the first step in removing the carburetors is going to be removing the gas tank and of course the seats that allow you access to removing the gas tank. If you don't know how to do that, to be honest with you, you shouldn't be even attempting this. So I've already done that on here, and the first step is to remove the crankcase breather separator, which is this thing right here. This uses a 10mm socket. So removing this breather separator, there's going to be a top tube here to disconnect and then a bottom tube here. It can be helpful to lay out your parts in the order that you remove them to help with subsequent reassembly. Next we're going to remove the air intake ducts, which are secured by a couple of screw clamps. Next we're going to remove the fuel lines, which I believe are this guy here and this guy here, and then I'm just going to remove this one for good measure. So to do that, these have a couple of little pins on here that help clamp. It's not the screw type, but I'm just going to disconnect them at whatever the most convenient location is, the manual says. So there's one of them. Two. Everything about this front one's more difficult. Three. So again, I just connected this guy, and this guy. Now we gotta get these throttle cables removed from the left side of the carburetor. So to do that, we're gonna use a Phillips head screwdriver and a 7mm socket. I think that once we remove these, we can just slip the cables off of the pulley. These cables are always a pain in the ass to get out of these sorts of things, but hopefully this will come out without too much trouble. I don't know, you want to come out, there you go. And then the bottom one, just come out easy after the top one's out. Now we got to disengage the choke cable. If you follow that around, you'll find that it's on the right side. It's going to be this little guy right here. Hopefully you guys can see, but it's right here. It has this cable, it's visible. This is an awkward fellow to remove, so I'm just grabbing it with some pliers. And at least for me, it's not on there too tight. But we're trying to remove this nut here. You can't get a socket around it because it's got the cable sticking out. It's kind of in a weird place to put a wrench in there. But it's coming out easily by hand after loosening it with the pliers. And there we have it. There's going to be springs and little giblets there, so make sure you don't lose anything. I'm not sure if it's loose or not. Alright, it seems on there pretty good. So there's that, and now we're going to remove the insulator clamps, which are held on again by Phillips head screws. And actually go ahead and remove the horns because it'll give me a little bit better access here to these screws. The horns are 10mm sockets again. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so it seems easiest to get at it from the top. Alright, so for me it was easier to come at it from the top on the right side and the bottom from the left side, and this was definitely the hardest part of the procedure so far. But that should be all freed up now. I don't think there's anything else holding it together. Here's one more check, look around. And then so we're supposed to rotate it 90 degrees and scoop it out of here somehow, if that's possible. Looks like there's a little thingy here we gotta disconnect. Alright. Come on, seriously. I have a feeling this thing was making it more difficult, so that's out of here. Oh yeah. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Honda Shadow 1100 carburetor removal. Now it's time to clean this bitch. And I guess for assembly, you just repeat it in reverse. I don't know, I've never done it before. So I hope this helps, guys, and hope this fixes my problems. Have a good one.